Okay, guys, welcome. Hey, you want to learn more about what we do? So I'm going to lay it out for you exactly. We work with all sports. We've got a team in all sports that coach at a high level, played at a high level, a mix of all that really know the sports and take care of you guys in that. So you do not have to worry about that. A lot of other groups out there are just going to piece a couple videos together. They got some people overseas, that kind of thing. We are all strong in the sports. A lot of us still coach in the sports that we work with. So let's talk about some other things we're going to go talk about is timeline. How does recruiting work? How do we help you? What do we do exactly? And we can talk about some pricing too. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is how recruiting works. Okay. The way recruiting works is coaches have a recruiting class, right? And this is I'll speak this as for college recruiting, but this works the same way for professional recruiting as well, okay, or any level of recruiting. You have a recruiting class, okay, and you've got tons and tons of athletes, okay. They're going to whiteboard just like this one, okay. They're going to have a whiteboard just like that, and they're going to start creating a list based off of players that fit their mold for their program. Now, how are they getting that list? They've got a network of club coaches and school coaches that they're talking to, that they have relationships with, that they're looking at, right? They're going to the big events, right? But a big thing of how that starts is players that are interested in them. Okay, a lot of people think, oh, I'll go to put a profile over here. Coaches are going to come find me. That is not how it works. They have enough interest in athletes coming to them. They do not have time for that. They don't, and what I mean by that is they don't have time for athletes that do not care about their program. Okay, they want athletes that are interested and care about their program. So most of the athletes that they work with are going to be from athletes that are reaching out to them. Okay, and how do they reach out to them? Email's the biggest one, and then through their coach network, and then through social media can be another way. Okay, so I'm giving you guys some little snippets here that I'm not supposed to be. That's part of our strategy and stuff. So take that with you. A lot of good, helpful information there. Okay, so they've got a funnel and they're working their way down their recruiting class until they get their actual recruiting class that they send offers to and recruit. You're doing the same thing. You're trying to build a list of schools and you're trying to work your way down that funnel, right? Okay, so at the top level, they're investing little bits of time, and as they build relationships, they spend more time, and then they land on that recruiting class. So they don't have a lot of time to spend at the top. So everything that we're doing here is building out a really strong video portfolio, because that is the best way for them to spend the less amount of time and small investment first for us to hook them, and they want to be hooked. They want to find good athletes. We hook them by showing them all the value that you can do on the field or the court, whatever it is, and presenting that to them an easy way through a link. Okay, so small investment first, work their way through the funnel. Okay, so how do we help you do this? Okay, if you guys have tried this on your own or still trying to figure it out, it takes a ton of time to go through the film, look at what you've got, look at all your highlights. Well, is this good? Is this not good? It takes a ton of time to do all of that. Okay, so first off, we're saving you guys time because you've got practice, you've got games, you've got grades to worry about, you've got classes, you've got other extracurricular stuff, you've got family stuff, you've got church stuff, all the things that you might have, don't have the time. Okay, so that's one thing that we solve. We partner with you, support you, and do that for you. Okay, we're just coaches that support you on the video side. Second thing is knowing what recruiters are looking for. A lot of times people might have the time, they don't know what the recruiters are looking for. Do I put this in? It is so important that you start off strong. I talk to tons and tons of college coaches. First play, second play is not what they want to see. They can't invest any more time. They got to move on to the next athlete, and they trash it. Okay, you do not want your video to get trashed and get thrown out like that, right? You want to hook them, show them exactly what they want to see, show the value, and so that they start watching. And then that leads into other things, camp invite, email, coming to watch you play, showcase, all those things. Okay, so that's the second way we help. So first one is time, second one is the knowledge of the sport, and then the third one is the technical skills ability. So we get this set up to where your portfolio is connected to your team film, and everything that we do, all the tools we use, we show you exactly how that works so that you don't have any technical barriers moving forward and trying to deal with it on all these different platforms and all the things, right? It's all connected into one place. You've got all your highlights being created in one place, easy peasy. Okay? So those are the three things that really hard things that people don't know how to do, and bring it in all into one. Okay? So what do we actually do when we do this? Okay? So we connect your film to your portfolio. Okay? And then you will see that we'll connect all of your film here. Okay? So you're not just getting a highlight reel here. Okay? Let me shrink myself so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so you are not just getting a highlight reel. You are getting all of your games connected into this profile, okay, this portfolio. And then within each of these games, I'll go ahead and show you now, you're going to have all of your interactions on the ball tagged. So you can see here in this game, she's got 48. Okay, so you're going to be able to see, we go through and create all this. Now, and we're like 99% accurate, okay? Because we do this with a software, but also an actual manual team, right? So we're not just leaving it all up to software. We're making sure we get it all. Basically what our team does is we go in here and we do this for every game, and then we start just running through it. We start looking through everything that's here, and we start tracking. So we'll put certain plays we'll create some playlists. We'll start to figure out kind of your style, what you're doing, what attributes you like to show, the competition level, all these things. Once we start to figure that out, we'll start creating these playlists, spotlight you in every play, and then start to build some playlists from that. So you can see for her, we built offensive highlights and we built defensive. Now these are going to change based off, again, the sport, all the different things that you are, or that define you, will change what these playlists are. Okay, so once we do all that, then we're going to go back through all those and figure out what is important and what is going to go into the actual highlight reel. Okay, so let me show you what those playlists look like, right? So you can see we've got all the context of the game here. We've got context of each highlight here. It's all got a ton of context, so the coaches that are reviewing this, recruiters reviewing this, can see exactly what they need and want to see. Okay, so this is what the highlight reel is going to look like. So once we build it out, we put this nice, clean custom intro on here, contact information, just plays for a few seconds, really clean, just quick information and details that gives a little more context to you as an athlete, okay? And then as this plays through, sorry, I should have had it playing already, but as this quickly plays through, then it's going to jump in, and it's going to start off with your highlight reel, okay? So you're going to be spotlighted. It's going to run through each play. You can see we build this out a few minutes long, just in case you're wondering about time. We build it out about 24 highlights. That comes out. It can be anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes, in that range. But we don't even put the time on here, right? That's the cool part. We just do it play by play. Just like how people are used to on social media, right? There's a whole thing with you scroll to the next one, you scroll to the next one, these really short videos. That's how we build this, because we're trying to hook the coach, keep them hooked. We don't want to distract them with, oh, it's a 5-minute video, it's a 6-minute video, it's a 2-minute video. Just they take it play by play. They can see all the context here. Again, you can see they can still see all the game data here. So they can see the competition you're playing at. They can see the score to the games. All the things they can see super, super valuable to them, to make sure that you are giving them a really clean, like confident, honest video. Okay, so that's what the highlight reel looks like. So we build this out, we put it in the best order. It is so important that we're hooking them and showing them exactly what they need to see starting off and then moving through. Okay, so you've got the highlight reel. You've got all the games here. These are also shareable if you keep them public, so you can share that out as an update to a coach. You can share that out as a part of an email or a message to them as well. And when they click on it and view it, they can see all your actions from that game. How cool is that? Okay. We've got a little bio here. Again, this bio is what you're going to see on most other recruiting stuff, right? They've got a profile with just some information. This stuff is helpful if the coach wants to see a little bit more, if they want to see player history, if they want to see player bio. You can put anything you want to in here, physical attributes, grade stuff, other accomplishments. You can put all that in here, but it's not as important as the video. Okay, the video is where you're really showing the value. Okay, and that's the whole point of what we're doing here. Okay, highlights. This is cool. This is everything that we've created. Now it's pulled out of the games and it's all in one big list. Okay? The cool thing, though, is a recruiter can come in here and say, oh, I want to see your 1v1s. And so it'll load up, show you the 1v1s, and it'll show you the exact plays for the 1v1. So a coach can come in here and say, you know what, I want to see a little bit more of their shooting. I want to see more 1v1s, assists, whatever. And it populates here, and then they can play those highlights individually. That's a really cool feature. And you can share those out as well. Additionally to the highlight reel, not only do you just get the one highlight reel, you get other playlists that we'll create as well. So you can see for this player, we've already started to create an offensive and a defensive playlist for highlights, but this can be anything, right? And so I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we can kind of tailor this so that you can send out, maybe you want to send out your highlight reel, but maybe you've got a ton of scoring. Maybe you're a defender and you have a ton of just big tackles, right? And we tailor your whole video that shows all the attributes in your highlight reel, but then we have an additional playlist that you can kind of send with that's all big tackles, right? All shooting, all goal scoring, all assists, all dribbling, whatever it is. Like, we'll start to see kind of what we've got and we can build those. So not only do you have the highlights that they can filter through, but we can also do playlists. There's some cool things you can do with this I'll talk about here in a second. But this is everything that we offer you. Okay, so this is exactly what we do. So let me dive a little bit deeper into everything that we offer outside, additionally to this. Okay, once we create this whole thing, we are also going to create, or we are going to basically look at everything here, and based off of your skill level and how old you are, all the pieces, we're going to give you an in-depth feedback on the analysis. Okay, so we're going to tell you, hey, these are things you did well. This is why we built the highlight reel this way. But also, these are things you can continue to work on that you need so that it shows up in your film, because this is what's missing, what recruiters are going to look for. This is just kind of how to take your video to the next level, right? That is what we are going to put a lot of effort into once we build it, so that you have a lot of information moving forward and know what you need to be working on and keep developing as an athlete. Okay, your video could be still really good, but we're going to critique it and make sure that we can give you something to take away with. Okay, and do that in depth. So that is something that we're going to do, that we give you as well. Additionally to that, once we're done with the video, we send you that feedback. Typically it'd be with me or somebody else on our team. You will schedule a strategy call with us. Okay, what will we do in that strategy call? We are going to talk about, look at your schedule, see what all upcoming events you have, how to use the video, share that video, just how you can update your video, how you can share it out, how you can download it, share it out for upcoming events, just all the things. And also I'll show you, this is cool, other thing we're going to talk about on the strategy call, not just setting you up for the future and things you should be doing in the recruiting space when it comes to your video and connecting and contacting coaches, but I will also show you how to use the tools on the platform, because also a thing that we provide is we give you the tools on the platform. All the tools that we use, we then give to you. Okay. Now, depending on the program you use, is how long you get access to those tools and how you can use it. But we give you the tools so that you can then update this highlight reel here. Whenever you get a new highlight, you want to update that, you can do it. If you want to create a playlist of your March highlights or your April highlights or your September highlights, I'll show you the tools so you can quickly and easily do that. Okay, we have a feature where you can use a credit to automatically track and tag all your touches from a game. You can click on that and you can do that as well, which will basically help you save time and see all the actions that are there, all the highlights that are there, to then update and make these playlists. So all really cool stuff that you will also get with that. So I'll talk about in that call how you can use all those tools and any questions you have alongside of that. Okay, so all of this we are packaging together and giving to you. So let me just review that let me pause this and let us review exactly everything that we just went over here. Okay, so what we went over is everything that we offer. Okay, number one, we make a highlight reel for you, right? For us to say the value of that is worth a few $100s, right? For us to go in and make that highlight reel. Additionally to that, so let's say we're at $400 for making the highlight reel, right? We also go through and give you access to this full portfolio that also has all of your highlights a part of your game, where you can share those games out as well, okay? And we tailored all those, okay? Let's call that another couple $100. So let's say we're up to $600, right? And I'm doing this on the low end. Then additionally to that, we're going to make some additional playlists for you, okay? So not just the highlight reel, we're also giving you we're actually making multiple highlight reels for you, right? That you can use and share out. So we called the first highlight reel $400. Let's say each of those is another $400, right? So we're up to $1,600 right now, okay? Then on top of that, we are going to we're going to jump on a strategy call with you, walk through your whole thing, basically give you a whole outline of what you need to do through the recruiting process and all the steps you need to take, right? People charge that for a couple $1,000s to do that, to walk you through and have you through the recruiting, and they'll just kind of thread you along throughout the process. And we lay it all out for you in that one call. Okay. People charge $2,000 for that. So we're up to $3,600. Okay. Additionally to that, we go up and we say, okay, you also get all these tools that we have. Okay. These tools, we give you guys the premium tools. So what typically costs $60 a month, we actually include in this program cost for you. Okay. So that costs what? That's 60 times 12. So over $600, like $720. So now we're up to over $4,000, right? We package all this stuff together though, and that we do such a good job, and our team is able to be so efficient with this, and we've built all these tools alongside each other. Everything you need, we've built all this out. It comes out to, we've got a couple different programs, okay? So before I talk about the pricing, let me also tell you this. Yes, we can use video from any platform, okay? As long as it's not behind a paywall, we can get access to any platform. We'll use logins, we'll use links, whatever we need to use, we get access, we can connect the film in, and we can work with it, okay? So do not worry about that. You can have video over here, you can have video over here, these other platforms, we can work with it, okay? Does not matter. Our turnaround time, no matter which program we do, turnaround time is 3 weeks, okay? If you need it to be quicker than that, we do have expedited options, okay? But we like to do in our normal process to make sure you get the quality that you need in 3-week turnaround time, okay? When we deliver it to you, you'll have a shareable link that you can use. You also have the ability to download it as well, okay? So we give you guys all the options that you need walking away from this, okay? So we've found creative ways to package all this stuff together to give to you, because we see a lot of focus really in making the video, and we have some tools that really help us do that. And so all the other stuff, we want to just make sure that you're set up for success, so we throw it in there as a part of this, because our passion is making sure that you can showcase what you can do, and we do not want to add up on all this other stuff. We just throw that stuff in there to give you success. So depending on what film you guys have, like how much film you want us to go through, that's where the pricing changes. Okay, so for the first package, we basically offer all this to you, and we just go through a handful of games. Okay, we just go through about 5 games. Hey, these are my 5 strongest games, I know we can get something strong put together from this. We put something together for that. That is typically $997. Okay, so over $4,000 value we talked about. It's typically $997. If you sign up before scheduling a call with us, it's only $697. Okay. If you wait to schedule a call and we need to talk about some more details because you're still not sure, there's time, there's energy, there's a lot that goes into that for us. So for someone that hasn't signed up, that rate will then be $997. But if you want to sign up now on this page, it's $697, and we give you that, and that'll be that discounted rate for that. Okay. It's everything we offered plus the 5 games. Once you sign up, if you need it expedited, we talk about that afterwards, okay? And we'll schedule a call. Basically, it'll allow you to schedule a call after you sign up. So you sign up, and then we'll schedule a call, okay? So if you do that, you get the discounted rate there. The next program up is it's a full season breakout, okay? So we don't just do the 5 games, we do a 20-game season. Okay, now you might have 22 games, 23 games, so we pull out some of the least effective games, right? 20-game season, what's the difference? You're just going to have, anytime you go through more content, you're going to have more data, more content. You're going to have a better product, okay? Doesn't mean the 5-game won't be a good one. The 20-game, the plus program is always going to be better, okay? So the first 5-game, that was called the starter program. The 20-game is called the plus program. It is always going to be better because you're just going through more content. Now, it's up to you guys on where you're at, but that is everything that I just offered you, like I said, but we're going to be able to create kind of more playlists. The playlists are going to have more context to them. The highlight reel is going to be stronger, better. You're going to have more games to look through. The highlights filtering is going to look cleaner because you're just going to have more in each category. It just allows you to have more stronger, better product. So it depends on where you're at. If you're just starting out and you're early and you just want to get a taste, you don't necessarily have to do that. But it's how strong and heavy do you want to come out, and how quality of a product do you want. More film we go through, it's always going to be better. Okay, so that program is $12.97. So everything we talked about, still super good rate at $12.97 for all the things that we're offering, right? And the professionalism of our team. The last program is called our Pro program, okay? Our Pro program is not only all of these things that we just mentioned, but we will actually, what the Pro program is, it allows us to make a few different highlight videos. So not only do we make one, the Pro program is really valuable if you're in the beginning of season or mid-season and you want to go ahead and sign up, and we will actually be able to we'll be able to do everything we just talked about multiple times, right? So depending on the setup, and once you sign up, we can talk about the setup, but we will be able to do something. We can break it out and do something, half the games in the fall season, half the games in the spring season. If you just have one season throughout the year, we'll be able to break that up. So instead of just making a video at the end of the season, we'll be able to do it halfway. What does that allow you to do? It just allows you to, again, have reason to have relationship and context when reaching out to the coaches and trying to stay on the whiteboard and not get kicked off of that recruiting class. So you're just trying to move yourself up the ladder there, more context that you can give them. Because again, what other value can you show them other than the video, right? So hopefully that makes sense. That's the Pro program. It allows us to basically do everything but twice. And that allows you to, but basically you need to do that one if you're like beginning of the season or mid-season, you go ahead and sign up for that. If it's for a postseason, then you could just do the starter or the plus. We can expedite things. We can always add more film in if you need something a little bit more than what those traditional packages are. So this is everything we've done, valued at this package. If you want to lock those programs in on that rate, go ahead and sign up on this page. Click the link to actually sign up for a program. If you're still not sure and you still want to set up a call with me and the team before you sign up, you can do that. Just know that we can't always lock in those discounted rates because we're spending time and effort jumping on these calls, and there's things involved with all that, right? If you just go ahead and sign up now, it's still going to allow you to schedule a call with us before we get started to make sure we have all the context and all the pieces that we want. It just allows us to lock you in at that rate and give you more resources that you need. So those are your two options here. Either way, hope this was helpful. Hope it laid out the recruiting game for you. Hope that you understand exactly everything that we do. Just know we will answer the rest of your questions when we hop on the call, but this is the best quality product out there. We work with athletes from all over, all sports, all areas, internationally, just in the U.S., everywhere. We work with athletes and give them a really quality, highest quality product that they can get. You saw some of our testimonials and the things of all the athletes that we're working with and families that are super excited, and we're super excited to do this. This is something that we focus on, and this program is just supporting athletes and their families and making sure they can showcase exactly what they do. So excited for you guys. Please sign up before you get off of this page to lock in those discounts, really, and lock in those prices. And excited to work with you guys and excited to see you on our scheduled call after you sign up.